Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, going into Alliance War number 9. Last week, the last war of week number 3 in season 33. We got Unstoppable Armor, and I got boss duty today, and in this war, and it was a rematch. So this is up against X+K9. You can see the little preview of the champs that I'm gonna bring in and fight. And we fought these guys in war number 2, and we lost 10-4, so we're looking for some revenge. These guys are a solid alliance. They're up in the rankings right there with us, which is why we're getting rematched. I'm not a big fan of the rematches because there's plenty of alliances that we just haven't faced yet. So I think I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the rematches. But here's the map. Our Battle Group 2 map was fairly similar to the first time, but there were some changes since we faced them last. And as far as the bands go, we got Quake, Herc, and Ghost. It's a pretty solid normal set of bands. So as far as my assignment, I was able to do it all in one boost. Waited till we basically coordinate when the boss was ready. I'm going to put on some big boy boosts, 30% health and attack, 20% health, 15% attack. I'm going up path 2. We have this Terrax, and I didn't expect the interaction that I have in this fight, but still goes fine. We put on a regen boost to just kind of mitigate that rock field damage that we get towards the start. And so here I just threw a special too, because toggling him over the 1 bar when he was dropping, I was able to get 2 bars of power before anything. So I'm like, yeah, why not get some damage there? And we're going to see that happen a few more times. And I'm actually going to be sitting at 3 bars of power in this fight. So like right here, he's going to try to go over a bar. There, he's dropping and over, and my hits just keep toggling him at just below a bar and above a bar. And I could have thrown a special, but the rock stacks would have gone away, and then my protection from the rock field damage would have been mitigated. I could have, if I would have thrown that, the Furies weren't terrible, but I would have taken more damage, and it just wasn't worth it. So you can see we're going to get shot up again. We're putting him above and below a bar of power. The rock field damage, no problem with full protection up. We have the full Furies already, and he goes down in just over a minute. Pretty safe and easy fight to do with Thing at max sig. So next up, of course, we got iHulk. It seems like we always got iHulk. I think he's my most encountered attacker this season. And this is Strike Counter Fury, Brute Force, Power Focus 1, Node 14. We still have that regen boost going, big boy boost going. We have Torch on the team as well. I didn't mention that earlier, but Torch allows us to automatically convert when we hit 20 and rock stacks, and then convert more rock stacks immediately into Fury. So that's going to let us ramp up faster and get some damage in. You can see I'm just doing like mediums. I'm trying to get as many parries in as possible and get that Strike Counter Fury ramped up as quickly as possible so we can activate protection as soon as possible. And then we're just going to redline it and just smash out this iHulk. We aren't going to be able to do enough damage to where we can get him KO'd with 15 or less gamma. If he has 15 or less gamma, you can just KO him and not trigger his immortality. If you also have assassins, which I do, it's 2 out of 5, that has a chance to also bypass the immortality. And you can see we're at 41 Furies. We did take a hit, we missed a parry, but as you can see, did nothing because we had protection up. And even though this guy's got a ton of Furies, you can't damage us. So we push him over the special one. We're going to do another full combo to push him over special one. We're going to bait it, and then we're going to wait for that regen to fall off, because while he's regen, you can't touch him. You don't want to get smacked, and iHulk goes down. So that was just about a minute and a half. So decent fight there, fairly simple, straightforward. Don't throw specials, smash them. Alright, so now we're going into section 2. And this this fight is against Korg, against this newer node, Reinvigorated, Unblockable, Never Back Down, and Indomitable. So if you dash back twice within 1.2 seconds, you trigger a regen passive on Korg, so he can start healing. And if you do that 10 times, then he'll go fully unblockable. And in dueling Korg with Sorcerer Supreme, I just found that I wanted to get a special off in the Rigador's Resolve, the armor phase, so I can get that regen on block. And then by the time that I get to my next set of specials, I'll have the Fury up, and I'm gonna have power boost on, so that's gonna give me extra specials. And here we're gonna throw it, even though he's got rock field up, we're just gonna throw it. We want the armor breaks on, and then we're gonna throw, I think, the special one, and we're just gonna kind of go back and forth between throwing a special in the armor phase and the fury phase, and that's going to allow me to get regen on block and armor breaks and get big damage. And then as far as any and all of his specials, we're just blocking everything. He can't do damage to us because we just regen it all back. We gotta watch out for the shrugs and the parry stuns, and we don't take thorn damage because we have energy attacks with Sorcerer, and it's going really well. I'm gonna try not to dex to give him any of his crowd excitement, so that he doesn't go unblockable or anything like that. And yeah, easy fight. Ended with full health. Sorcerer Supreme, I'm really digging her. I hope to get her awakened sometime in the near future. And then we got a Nimrod on node 40. This also has the Reinvigorated Unblockable, so if you dash back, you will trigger those unblockable charges. Buffet over time doesn't mean anything in this fight because Thing is immune to nullify, and the buffet over time to get that regen has to nullify the buff that you trigger for like a dex or any buff that you did get. And then Indomitable can't reverse the healing, and that's no problem. So Nimrod cannot heal in this fight in any way, shape, or form. I can do whatever I want with Thing, and yeah, the only thing we have to watch out for is the unstoppable armor. And Nimrod, unstoppable armor every 10 seconds on the global. He'll get an armor up that can potentially give him a unstoppable passive. He didn't get it on that one. And then every 11 seconds, that timer on the far right, that will also give him an armor up as he switches modes between blue Titan and orange Blitz. And then when he gets unstoppable, he's going to be stun immune. That's fine, you can still parry, just won't get the stun. And I'm just blocking the specials to get extra rock stacks right now. When he does get into Eradicate, then I will start evading. Yeah, here's an Eradicate special. We evade it. And yeah, we just keep smashing it out. We're just being slow and steady here. He's got an Energize. That's fine. He's going to get an Unstoppable from the specials. And we just parry. I've had this happen a few times these last few wars where I've been able to stun Nimrod when he's either had active or passive unstoppables. I'm not really sure what that's about. I've never been able to kind of figure out what the similarities are, but in any case, he went down pretty simply. I took 2 hits in 2 separate instances, or 1 hit in 2 separate instances. But Nimrod goes down, and then I'm just waiting for all these fights to go down, and I'm gonna go and swap out my masteries to just drop willpower for this next fight against Warlock. So we drop the defensive tree, we add it all back with anything that costs gold. I'm adding, so I don't have to use units on this part. And yeah, willpower is basically coming off because we're fighting Warlock. We don't want the infection with the shocks and or the armor breaks on us to be healing us and draining us and giving us massive damage, because this is a rank 4 Warlock. We still got all our boost on. We're going to throw on an invuln boost just in case we happen to get like tagged or we accidentally parry while the stun shield is down. So polka dot power, we're going to get power while we have incinerates up. Stunning reflection, the incinerates will disable the shield. And stun vulnerability, when we stun him, we're going to get massive damage. Now, the one thing that I do also need to be aware of and watch out for is while I do have infection up, my offensive ability accuracy is reduced. It's like 30% per infection, and that could prevent a incinerate from being applied. So I do need to make sure that, you know, I'm watching that in case the stun shield doesn't go down when I think it will. I gotta just be watching out for that. And you can see I've already hit him 17 times and he's already down over half. The damage under the stun is massive. You can see there I didn't get any incinerates because of the infection. There I didn't get it on the medium. I didn't parry. So I was watching out for that. Gets the armor up, no unstoppable passive. We're just trying to bait a special here. He's gonna throw it. There we go. And go in, disable the shield, back off, wait for that armor up to go because we just want to make sure that he doesn't get unstoppable. And we get a nice L2 down. So just about a minute fight. Torch just burns Warlock to the ground. And then next up, we're moving up to the Sasquatch. And I actually did not take the Sasquatch, but I'm going to go up and apply the Flame On for that fight. McLeod 33, he actually took the Sasquatch. I could have taken it, but just the way that the plan worked out, that was his only fight. And so we're like, all right, have at it. And he did a great job and he gets it down. So here, this is me putting on my Flame On. And then we also are waiting for Boom to put on the White Mag's guidance so that we can get 100% guaranteed stuns as long as you don't have the disorients that are messing with you. McLeod does a great job, gets it down, and yeah, we weren't waiting on Boom. I just tagged Boom to tag it, to hit it up. But here I got the boss duty. We got another Black Panther Civil War. I took this same Black Panther in War 2. I have Mystic boost on. I put a Power Start 1 boost on. We're going to apply the Icon's Ingenuity so that we start out in that purple power gain phase, and when I throw a special, I can apply a slow. This one is Awakened, so I won't trigger any armor ups until that orange icon with the guy gets expired. So right now it's expired, so now when I hit him, he has a chance to go and get some armor ups, which means he can get unstoppable. We got all the way to special 3 again really quick because we had the nullification aura up and I have max MD on, and now I'm just waiting for that purple phase to come back up. Icon's Ingenuity, throw the special 3. Now every special that I throw from here on out, I get a slow debuff, which is going to bypass the unstoppable armor from ever coming up and being a problem. The one thing that I don't like about Black Panther Civil War as a boss is he can't be stunned because it's a stun immunity, and that's where I feel like he can really mess you up. Like if you accidentally parry him while he has armor ups active, and you can't have a white Magneto guidance to get the passive stun, you're gonna get wrecked. You're gonna get that stun reflected, and you know, depending on if you've done a lot of damage, you can get a bunch of the damage that he's stored up and reflected back to you. And yeah, so MD's putting in some work. I got pushed to special 3 again. It's not a problem. It's just whatever special I have, pretty much I'm going to be throwing it. Preferably, if I'm in the Furiosity with the Fury up, that's the one to throw because I can get the armor breaks and get some massive damage there. But it's just whatever I can get to. We got 2 Fury L2s off on that, which was nice. Although the second part didn't connect with the Fury up. And here we're going to throw a special 1. We're going to start taking off some of those armors and the resistances, do a nice little dash back, special intercept, and then the aura pushes us all the way to special 3 again. And I think this might kill him or be really close to it. Let's see, we're at 26%. We had a bunch, yeah, it does. We had a bunch of the ruins up, so that special hit really hard. And that went well. So we got the solo, and yeah, we did pretty well. I'm gonna showcase a few other fights from our battle group. Yeah, here I'm like, she's too good. Yeah, she makes those bosses so easy. And I'm gonna showcase a few of these extra fights in our battle group. We had cleared everything clean, but we had a slip up at the end. But here, don't blink. This is node 48 with the falter node on the mini, and Demps takes this with his Tigra, 1 special 2, and 20 seconds worth, and that guy was down. Here's Demps again. This is on node 2, ebb and flow knockdown, right back at it, force of will. He's going with Kitty, and this fight was bugged. I mean, he took it down fine, but you'll see towards the end, it's got the ebb and flow knockdown. So whether you heavy knockdown or whether you special knockdown, that is supposed to remove the protection shield. And so you can see he heavied him. He's got the fury up, gets a nice big massive L2. Now here the protection is up, and he's gonna just go to his special 3, while he has the special 3, and this special 3 should remove the protection. It's a knockdown, but you see it comes out, protection's still up. He never got the fury. I don't know what that's all about. He has her phase up from the special 3, so she's gonna take no damage from this. I don't recall if he used an invuln boost or not, but yeah, so the protection's still up. Yeah, he did use an invuln boost right there, you can see. And I think he's just going to get a heavy knockdown and then knock out this Mephisto. So I'm not really certain why the special 3 didn't disable it, but if you happen to know, mention in the comments below. Maybe there's just something that we're overlooking. And then showcase this Jabari fight on node 11. Demps takes this with his white Magneto. Definitely Kitty. He has a rank 4 Kitty. The reason why he took it with white Magneto was because, one, we wanted the guidance on this fight just to make it easier. It's not necessary, but it always makes it easier when you have it. And there was an extra fight on the map that he was going to be going through on his path that we wanted a guidance on, and he was already using his other 2 guidance elsewhere, and so he wanted to get a 4th. And with Magneto being awakened, he basically gets 1 charge for defeating the champ, and then 1 charge from the SIG ability. So basically he's able to get 3 guidance pre-fights that he could put on if he took down this Jabari with white Magneto. And white Magneto is just great anyways because he's got the prowess. He can take off a lot of the Huntress charges, and he just does massive damage. He's a solid attacker champ, so don't overlook him. Here we got Boom going up path 6. Boom, I'm including some of his fights because some of the stuff is stuff that I don't normally do, so I'm trying to showcase just some of the stuff that we do in our battle group. If we get one of the teammates to share it. And here he put on white Magneto, but this is just something to keep in mind. Putting on pre-fights are still bugged. He put it on, it did not apply, he did not back out, he did not do his due diligence. I kind of razzed him for it, joking around. Always back out, make sure that yellow icon is on the champ and or on the pre-fight screen to make sure that it's applied. It didn't really matter. AA is too OP, it's a rank 3 AA, and he destroys that Moleman. So great job there, even without the guidance. And then he's got a Tigra. This is Aggression, Prowess, Power, Focus 2 on node 12. And Boom just also destroys this one with AA. AA is such a great champ. I only have him as a 5-star. I hope someday soon I can get as a 6-star. This is pretty much just parry heavy fight. Hopefully get enough bleeds and poisons activated to where you can get some neuros up. That can bypass the prowess. Here he's pausing. I think I'm not sure what happened, but distraction or whatever. And he comes back in, no problem. Gets the nice dex off of the special one and counters it with the heavy, which is awesome. Gets 4 neuros on, and she isn't able to get that unblockable from far away because of that, and she just melts. AA is just so good. So good job there, Boom. And then Boom had the mini, the node 22, the power snack, backup recovery, Outlast node, and it's got a kitty on it. And Boom is rocking with a rank 4 Nimrod. I'm super jealous. We put a Threadstruck Odin on this fight, which is going to give the aptitude to his Nimrod. Now, we realize that it is power snack, but it's just going to enhance the armor in the next fight that he uses, or any of the subsequent fights that he also uses Nimrod in. So power snack snacks some of the armor ups and that Threadstruck Odin aptitude. And the nice thing, you might think that Nimrod's not a safe counter for this fight, but he has the power drains when you're in Blitz, and that can help control the power snack power gains that you know the defender would get. Now he does blast her. It doesn't quite kill her. He does have an invuln boost on, but the backup recovery kind of shot him in the foot for getting L3'd here. But probably thought it was going to kill her. Not quite. It's all right. He's going to get incinerated, but it's not that big of a deal. And then Nimrod just beasts all mutants pretty much, and takes down that kitty. And then 2 more fights from Boom that he shared. We have him on pass 6 as well. We got an Annihilus on node 28. This has the Prowess build up Unblockable. Yeah. So if he gets Prowess, they can become unblockable. He is not going to get any Prowess. He does start with the Prowess from the superior specials, which isn't the biggest deal. And then he's got return policy. He's not going to be nullifying anything, but he's just going to be melting him with neuros. It's a parry heavy fight. He has a white Magneto guidance on this, so he can get the guaranteed passive stuns. Just got to watch out if you happen to get the stifles on you and you dash back, he will become stun immune with those unstoppables that he gets from that. And he pretty much turned off the global node as well with the neuros. And then last up, Boom is going up against this APOC with Nimrod. You can see he does have that aptitude that I mentioned from that he got on the node 22, the power snack node with Kitty. It's going to just enhance his armor ups. And he's just destroying mutants like he normally does with his Nimrod. You know, if you block the specials, you give him Prowess, he decks it like an absolute boss. Goes into the special too. And just check out that damage. Just beautiful. Doesn't quite do it, but he finishes him off with another combo here. And yeah, great job, Boom. Boom is a great addition to our battle group this season. It's been doing awesome. And so yeah, as far as our battle group goes, we ended up dying 2 times. They died once, so it was a pretty even match, but they did beat us, especially on time. But the other battle groups, they didn't get any kills, and we racked up another 8 deaths. We had 10. It was a 10-1 loss. We lost to them 10-4. We lost to them 10-1. Yeah, they had our number this season. Good job to X+K9. As far as my fights go for this war, I had 6 of them, 6 kills, no deaths with the boss solo. I have 55 fights on the season with 55 kills and 2 deaths. With this loss, we dropped to 6-3 on the season, and we dropped 3 spots in Masters to number 6. So despite the loss, we're still doing all right. And then as far as the items go, I used one set of boosts to get through all of the paths and the boss. And yeah, it wasn't too expensive on the war. Couple units to drop willpower and add them back. And yeah, up to 343 units for mastery changes throughout the season and 9 wars. I'd really love to have that be 0, but you know, it is what it is. And yeah, and here, let's take a look at my kill collage. So I added 3 fights to Thing, he's up to 20. 1 fight to Torch of 17, and then a couple for SorSupreme. So that's my second boss solo of the season with using Sorcerer. She's just so good. She's so easy to play, especially with Mystic Dispersion and when there's buffs on the nodes. She just demolishes everything. So having fun with her. But that's all for this one, fellas. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.